I know how it is to start a new year or a new month, a new week, or just even a new day and want to have your life in order so that you can live more effectively, but come up against internal issues or struggles that keep you from achieving your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself. Over the last year, I've been really intentional with establishing a consistent routine by showing up for myself and making sure I was taking care of me first. And since we're jumping into 2024 in just a few weeks, I wanted to come on and help you all establish a simple but realistic routine that will also allow you to establish goals that you are able to achieve. Sometimes when you watch these videos, you can become extremely overwhelmed because people will tend to just dish everything out at you as though you have to get everything done at the same time. So I wanted to create a video that helps you to set realistic expectations for yourself so that you're able to set yourself up to win and not fail another year. One thing I did at the beginning of this year with a group of ladies, I host a 5 a.m. call called Her Morning Jumpstart, and we read a book every single month. At the beginning of this year, I believe in February, we read Atomic Habits. That book is a game changer if you are willing to put in the work. Every woman that actually put those principles that were in the book into practice have been extremely consistent this year. So much so that we have been getting up at 5 a.m. every single day for almost 365 days now. And so we read that book, and one thing that really stuck with me is the power of habit stacking. When you are establishing a routine and looking to be consistent with the plans that you've put in place in order to be able to achieve your goals, it's important that you create a routine that is fused together, that flows together extremely well. So today I'm not going to tell you to create a whole list of things that you want to get done in 2024. That can be for a later time. I'm not going to say that you need to focus on meal prepping and juicing and, creating a new wardrobe so that you can wear the right things throughout the day and journaling and all those other things. Those things are important, but we're going to stick with 3 basic things. We're going to focus on establishing a routine that allows you to start your morning with taking care of your spirit, your mind, and your body. These are things that you want to pour into every single day and make sure you are tending to. I say to do this in the morning because, unless you wake up later in the day, when you first wake up, you want to First things first, it's important to note that you want to take care of yourself before you take care of anyone else, whether that be your husband, people out at work, your child, a family member. If you're a caretaker, you have to take care of you first. This is going to require that you get up earlier to be able to tend to you. If you find that you usually just get up and go and start pouring into people, checking your emails, getting on the phone, scrolling social media, going out, walking the dog, and all of these different things before you take care of you, eventually you're going to find that you begin to resent waking up, shutting down, falling even into depression. And there are ways to make sure you don't fall into depression and that you actually enjoy your life when you wake up. A lot of people don't see the benefit of having a routine, having a schedule, following and honoring what you put in place for you. You want to make sure the first person that is prioritized in your day is you from the moment you wake up. Don't allow 20 to 30 minutes to pass by because, you decided to get on social media and respond to stuff really quickly. That stuff can wait. Wake up in the morning, jump in the shower, brush your teeth, wash your face, prep your hair, put on something comfortable that aligns with what you'll be doing for the day. So the importance of habit stacking is that you begin to do things that work together. Say, for instance, this is an example. I know that I want to drink water every day. So what I do is I leave water in my office. I have a case of water that's specifically for my office so that it's easy for me in the morning when I get up to come downstairs, get a bottle of water, put it on my desk and drink it during my calls or while I'm doing other things in my office. So making sure you are finding a way to make achieving your goals and sticking to your plans simple. So if you know every day you want to make sure you're building a routine to brush your teeth, what is that going to look like for you? You're going to make sure you have toothpaste. You're going to make sure you have a toothbrush. Your toothpaste and your toothbrush are going to be on your bathroom sink. And you're going to wake up in the morning, get up, go to the bathroom, possibly use the restroom, and then go straight to the sink, rinse your hands off, and then brush your teeth. That's a way to stack habit. You have to make it easy to accomplish these things. You have to do the same thing every single day in the same order until it becomes habitual. You want to make sure you don't give yourself any room to not do what you told yourself you were going to do. Because if you give yourself room to make excuses in the small things, you'll give yourself room to make excuses when it comes to the bigger things. But the truth is, the small things are big things. If those small things are not honored, you are messing up the rest of the house that's being built on that foundation. You want to make sure the foundation of your day is set so that everything you build on top of that is stable. So look at your life and your morning as something that is being built upon. If you don't take care of you, you will find that you tend to get burned out, right? I spoke about falling into depression and other things. That stuff tends to happen bit by bit by bit, day by day by day, moment by moment by moment. Prioritize personal maintenance. A lot of people like to say, oh, I'm low maintenance. None of us should be low maintenance. It should require a lot to be you. And I'm not saying that you have to be someone that's just doing the absolute most and just making things hard for people. What I'm talking about is it should require that you take care of yourself in such a prestige way that as life goes on or your days go on, your days get easier, your days are smoother, things just flow. People know, hey, she takes care of herself. I can't just enter her life any type of way. Your routine matters to your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, even your spiritual health. If you don't have a routine, I can bet that you probably don't pray as much as you desire to. You don't get up and, get to the gym like you should. You give yourself room to make excuses, and you don't want to live a life full of excuses, if at all, because you won't hit your marks like you desire and intend to. When it comes to habit stacking, I learned that you get to build upon that. So you have this hygiene routine in place, and then after a few weeks or however long you feel it's going to take for you, you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to stack another routine in place or another habit on this, and I'm going to start doing my hair. So now you wake up in the morning, you go to the restroom, rinse your hands off, brush your teeth, do your hygiene routine when it comes to oral care, and then immediately after you do your hair. After you do your hair, you become consistent in those habits. Then you're like, you know what? Now I'm going to start changing my clothing and I'm going to get dressed. I'm not just going to walk around in pajamas all day. And you walk around the house for a few days, a few weeks with just wearing gym clothes. Now you feel comfortable with getting up in the morning, going to the restroom, washing your hands, doing your oral hygiene practice, doing your hair, putting on your gym clothes, and now you're saying, I'm ready to go to the gym. So you start going to the gym. It's possible that you go to the gym for 5 to 10 minutes. What matters is that you make it to the gym and you do something. Say you're just simply starting with the treadmill, or you start on a bike. You do something that's low impact so that you don't make yourself feel intimidated by being in the gym. But you want to make your habits simple so that you're able to be consistent in them. I found that when I tried to do too much at the same time, all around the same day, the same week, I did not remain consistent. I would fail every single time. And it's been proven in my life that as I become consistent in one thing, then I can stack other habits on and become consistent in those things. But I always start with the simple things. I started with 10 minutes in the gym every day, and I would just go on the treadmill and then I would sit in the sauna. But I felt accomplished because I marked it off of my list and I did what I said I was going to do. Don't feel like you have to do everything at the same time, because you will burn yourself out while establishing a routine. So burnout comes as a result of having a routine that requires too much change at the same time. And then it comes as a result of not having a routine at all and putting everybody else before you. You have to put yourself at the forefront of everybody else. It's important to note that that's not selfish. It's extremely strategic and intentional so that you are able to pour into others from a full cup and not one that's empty. You never want to give people, what's left of you, or you don't want to give people everything and find that you have nothing for yourself. Something my husband says often is love yourself enough to give yourself time to decompress in the morning, to prepare in the morning. A great example that he uses is just jumping out of the bed, running to the bathroom, brushing your teeth real quick, throwing on your clothes, not being able to iron them, not doing your hair, just popping a mint in your mouth and going straight to work. You'll find that your day doesn't tend to always go extremely well. You may be happy, but then you find that you get cranky around the same time every day, or people just get on your nerves more, or you're frustrated because you're rushing through traffic. You want to give yourself time to be able to get to where you need to get to after knowing that you first took care of yourself. So wake up in the morning, give yourself maybe a few more minutes in the morning. Start with 15 minutes. I'm going to get up 15 minutes earlier, and I'm going to use that time to brush my teeth and wash my face and do my hair. And I'm going to put on some perfume. And I'm going to put my clothes on. The night before, I'm going to make sure my clothes are ironed so I'm presentable. And then I'm going to drive to work at a decent time so that I don't feel rushed by people who have nothing to do with my day. Because we get mad at other people when we're running late, but really you should have got up sooner. A lot of people do not care if you show up and did not prioritize self-care in the morning. They just care that you showed up and that you're able to help them with what they need help with. Take care of yourself so that you're not feeling used throughout your day, or like people are trying to stretch you beyond what you have allowed yourself to prepare for. So if for any reason you get a phone call at the last minute and people say, hey, I just really need help with X, Y, and Z. Do you have time to help me? You can then say, you know what? Yeah, I do have some extra time. I can help you because I prepared accordingly in the morning. You won't feel like something's being stolen from you, like time's being stolen from you, like people are using you, like too much is going on, because you already prepared yourself and took care of yourself during your routine, and you have a little bit of extra free time. Having a routine has actually given me more time throughout the rest of my day. When I don't follow my routine, when I don't honor what's on my schedule, when I don't look at my to-do list for the day, I tend to rush and nothing really even gets done, and I feel mentally exhausted at the end of the day. But when I follow my routine and I do exactly what I said I was going to do, then I find that I have extra time later on in the day. And so I then can make up my mind and say, hey, I am willing to help this person or I'm not. You don't have to feel obligated to help them just because you have free time, but you know that you're not tapping into any of your own personal time because you planned accordingly. And it's important that you don't break your routine for anyone unless it's for you. Now, this looks like not breaking your routine just because somebody's calling you and saying, hey, I have an emergency. I've learned not to make other people's emergencies my emergencies. So if I know that from 4:30 to 8 o'clock, I'm going to be reading on my 5 a.m. call, working out, prepping my juices for the day and cleaning up my space and reading a book. If somebody calls me at that time, I'm not picking up the phone. I don't pick up my phone until after 10:30. My audio went out on the last video, so I had to re-record this. But what I was saying is the only people who have access to me during that time are my husband and my daughter. So I don't answer my phone when I know that I am taking care of myself. If you allow yourself to break your routine one time for the small things, then you will break it for the big things as well. You don't want to break a routine for, somebody calling you and saying, hey, I lost my dog. Can you help me come find my dog? Like, no, I need to take care of me. Or, hey, are you able to come help me find an outfit? I know that you're doing X, Y, and Z, but I need you to help me with this, and this is an emergency. No, I can't. I cannot do that. Now, if your husband reaches out to you and says, hey, let's go, put on your cutest clothes. We're going on a trip to, England. Girl, get your stuff and go on that trip. So let's get into these 3 things really quickly when it comes to your spirit, your mind, and your body. So let's talk about the spirit first. This looks like waking up and taking time to pray, to intercede, to read your word, to spend quality time with the Father so that you're able to receive necessary instructions for the day. When it comes to your mind, this looks like reading a book, taking time to journal, or listening to something motivational that will help you to further press into your day. So I read every morning and throughout the day because I just love reading. But if you aren't yet an avid reader, listen to an Audible book, or you can go ahead and play a motivational video that pushes you and pumps you up. A great way to, again, habit stack is to wake up and do your routine and then listen to something motivational that is going to prepare you for the gym. You know how you listen to those videos that's talking about, if you don't get up now, you're never going to get up. Listen to those type of videos, and you'll find that once you get those videos done, now you're prepared and you're ready to go to the gym. You want to take care of your spirit. You want to take care of your mind. These things allow you to better interact with the world, to better make decisions, and just simply feel as though you have poured into and invested in yourself. The last thing is your body being active. This may look like we're doing workouts at home. Maybe if you're not yet ready to go to the gym or do workouts at home, you do simple things where you walk around your neighborhood for 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't matter how long it is, as long as you keep your word and you remain consistent to what you said you were going to do so that you can meet your goals. And when you get to the end of 2024, after putting these simple practices in place, you'll find that you've added more to your routine. I found that my routine is way more extensive than it has ever been, all because I started the year off with a couple of minutes in the gym, pouring into my mind, choosing to wake up at 5 with some amazing ladies, and spending time with the Father. And if you want to just add a little bit of icing to your cake, say some affirmations. Start with 3 affirmations where you're simply just speaking life over yourself. And throughout the day, speak them often so that you're able to really begin to live out what it is that you're saying. Keep it simple so that you can be effective and that you can establish a consistent routine. One thing the Lord spoke to me before was consistency builds and inconsistency shatters. You want to become consistent in consistency because you're building. Your routine is your foundation every single morning. Okay, this is how I'm starting my day. Nothing else is going to be built on top of this unless I do my routine. See yourself as a building that's worth tending to and building the right way every single day. And you'll find that over the year and years to come, even starting from tomorrow or tonight or today, that you're able to do more because you've built yourself up the right way. And you're going to be really shocked when you look back over your year and be like, dang, I really did a lot. I got a lot done. I accomplished my goals, all because of a simple morning routine of tending to my spirit, my mind, and my body. But I really do hope that this video was beneficial to you and that you can see yourself establishing an intentional routine. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit subscribe and make sure you tune in for more videos on womanhood, femininity, faith, personal development, self-care, and whatever else comes up in the conversation. As always, my name is Dale Pasco. Love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all soon.